Wednesday. Welcome to Run It Back. My name is Michelle. I've got Chandler and I've got Lou Will here, and we get to react to the play-in, y'all. Woohoo! We're gonna start with the late game last night because why not? Work our way back. Of course, it was Warriors Grizzlies up in the Bay Area. This was interesting. Warriors get that 7th seed, 121-116. Jimmy Butler 38 points. Steph Curry 37 points. Desmond Bane had 30, and John Morant finished with 22. He left the game in the third with an ankle injury. He did come back in the fourth. There's a lot of I don't know. I guess we can call it controversy, but we'll start with just the game itself. Real quick reaction before we get to that final possession.
Well, it was an awesome game. Listen, the Grizzlies came out hot. They got off to a hot start. The Warriors fought them off, and it was kind of a game of runs, and they kind of blew a late lead there to make it really interesting. John Morant goes down. He comes back, with the gritty performance. But this is exactly why they brought Jimmy Butler here, to do the things he did last night. I'm sure we'll get into that, but this is a great win. This is an important win because now they get a more favorable matchup with Houston rather than OKC.
But everyone's talking about this moment, Lou, the final moments of this game, and what does it mean, and why did it happen, and how come nobody could get the ball in bounds? What happened?
It was wide open in the corner, and Desmond Bane.
Yeah, but see, we're talking about this last possession. We got to go back. They had three or four different times in this game in the third and the fourth quarter where they couldn't get the ball in routinely.
Wow.
Like just Gary Payton being disruptive, taking passes away. Like that's what Moses Moody and Gary Payton II were doing this whole entire game, just being disruptive and making things difficult on them. So you shine a bright light on it at the end of the game when you can't get the ball in. But they had 3 or 4 different times before this that they had an issue with this, and so, but that comes with coaching, that comes with somebody that's not being there. Taylor Jenkins being out having.
I wish there was a camera on Taylor Jenkins.
Yeah, wherever he is enjoying the beer, probably with a smirk on his face. But yeah, so these are the details that can lose you basketball games when it comes down the stretch like this.
Yeah, I saw some stuff online about inexperienced coach. There's got to be a better play call, but Kennard was open early on the baseline. Yeah. Bane was open on the flare over top, and you have Aldama, who's 6'8", 6'9", inbounding the ball with Steph Curry on him. So there's no excuse for this. This is the worst case scenario. The way they were shooting the ball last night, right here, just hit Kennard and come get it back in. Bane over the top is wide open.
Though, Chandler. Like
I'm saying early, at least just get the ball in. And John Morant can't wait 3-4 seconds into once he hands the ball to break open. Yeah. This is on the players right now. You have to shake free. You got to get open. Like John Morant's got to go right now to the left to get the ball.
It just feels like it's frozen. Everybody's frozen a little bit.
Yeah, to me, you can't put this on the coach. Could there have maybe been a better catch and shoot play to get one off to avoid the foul? But yeah, this is. I mean, you can't do this.
Well, you're stagnated. You got 5 seconds. You can go in the back. You can go in the backcourt. Line John Morant up at the other free throw line where he has space. Put somebody at half court. Now you have spacing for him to break free, go get the basketball. Now he's going downhill with the ball. Other than that, you had them guys just stagnated, standing around, hoping that he got open. Like they didn't do anything special. They didn't do anything extra. They were just being disruptive in the right places. Like you were saying, throw the ball to Kennard right there. That kid right there throwing that ball out he's not going to throw that underneath the basket for the game. You know what I mean? And so
well, you got to do something.
Do anything besides what they did.
Anything besides what you did. We can agree there.
I think they were thinking get a catch and shoot to try and tie the game, obviously. If you throw it to Kennard, they're probably just fouling and putting him on the free throw line. Game's
they're going to foul anyway. They were going to foul anyway. So bring them down.
Anticlimactic, though, I think. And ending like that, you're just like, that's.
And again, Desmond Bane was shooting the ball great from 3 last night. If you got to draw up something to get a quick hit or a catch and shoot just to get a look at the rim, like the most important game this season, you have a chance to kind of steal one. They were getting destroyed. You got to get a shot off.
That's what it felt like. It's just like, oh, God, what a deflated ending moment there. Golden State, though, they do finally get the big, elusive play-in win that they've been looking for. So now they're 1-3 in the play-in. I mean, it was a fight, but you got play-in Jimmy. I love that he can just adapt to the next format just that easy. 38 points, led both teams in free throw attempts. Even got a little too small for Zach Edey. That was fun. The fact, Lou, that this is what they brought him there for, it's one thing to say it, it's another thing to do it, and he has not failed at all. What do you think?
I thought he played great. You know, early on, I was looking at the game. I thought Steph Curry was working too hard to get shots. I thought Scottie Pippen Jr. was doing a really good job on Steph Curry. But again, playoff and play-in basketball is about the half court, right? So when you have a guy that's running off of screens and you can't get him open, you got a big luxury in being able to throw the ball to Jimmy Butler 18 feet away from the rim with him going downhill. And some of these plays are inbounds. Look, he's just being in the right place at the right time, doing what's needed to be done, catching the ball, being in attack mode, going downhill, being able to get to the free throw line. Like, that's what they need when your offense starts to get stagnated, when you're waiting for Steph Curry to try to figure out different ways to get open. So Jimmy Butler, he's the perfect complement to that, to being able to settle them down in the half court, being able to attack off the dribble, get to the free throw line, and finish when getting fouled.
Yeah, Jimmy has found ways to master getting to the free throw line like nobody else. Him, SGA, James Harden, they have a gift of where they can initiate the offense. He can kind of be that point forward type. He doesn't need plays drawn up for him, but he plays hard. He plays the right way. He can set the screen. He can he can handle in the pick and roll. He does all these little things where he's almost that point forward out there that allows Steph to keep running off these screens, to shake free, to exhaust the defense. They were dead last in free throws and 27 in free throw percentage. He jumped to third since the Jimmy Butler trade in both. Wow. Like, that is a huge impact from one player, and it just shows you how physical, how he brings on contact himself, and that's exactly what they need. They need someone to relieve pressure from Steph Curry. As good as Draymond Green is at all these other little things, he's not going to get in 38 points in a the most important game of the season. So
the game.
This is exactly what they brought him. He had a huge first half, being aggressive, getting downhill. He also missed like 6 free throws last night, which is very weird. But this was a hell of a game for him, and it's exactly why they brought him here.
And of course, the other half of the equation is Steph Curry. We'll just run through some highlights for him. The and one three in the first half. Then he gets 2 huge threes in the final 2 minutes, 4 free throws in the closing seconds, which seals the game for the Warriors. Jimmy called him Batman, the perfect Batman, after the game. Chandler, go ahead and give us your take on Steph's performance.
Yeah, I mean, just look at these shots. Look at how he creates space. Look at he's got just defenders flying all over the place.
How
this
irritating.
is what he does. This is what he's done his entire career, and it's unbelievable that they have a guy that can kind of get you to the finish line, and Jimmy Butler, with obviously some impact and production from other guys. Quentin Post was great last night. Gary Payton was great last night. They're getting a collective effort from everybody. When the game's on the line, it's probably going to be a 2-man game from Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry, and he's going to do things like this.
I gotta agree. And watching this game live, I thought Scottie Pippen Jr. was doing everything that he could to make it difficult on Steph Curry. He was denying him. He was guarding him up the floor, just being a pest on defense. And it didn't really matter. Like, Steph was still playing at his pace, still playing the way that he wanted to play. He got the shots that he wanted. Probably took more dribbles than he would have wanted to, but still, that's what makes him Steph Curry. That's what makes him a Hall of Fame caliber guy. Because I thought, listen, if this game comes down to him trying to get a shot open, I like Scottie Pippen Jr.'s chances with the way that he was playing. Instead, Steph Curry turned the heat up a notch, started running off of screens, getting and ones on 3-pointers, using his ability to put the ball on the floor, getting to the rim to open up that 3-point line. That's what sets him apart from everybody else.
Just to sort of see where we are now, Lou, because the Warriors did blow a huge lead, but they also finished the regular season with those home losses, 3 in a row, to end everything. So they now face Houston, and I'm wondering, do you think we could look back? Do we overestimate how good they are? Are we actually judging them correctly? Like, how would you assess that?
No, they're a good basketball team. I think what's gonna be important for them is gonna be their supporting cast. Like, you know what you're gonna get out of Steph. You know what you're gonna get out of Draymond. You know what you're gonna get.